on the next match.
What was the next match?
Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton.
Oh, yeah, I'm really curious, actually, if this is indeed a match. What do you think of this?
Well, if this was a traditional pay-per-view where people paid money and it was going to be the blow-off of something highly anticipated, I'd say, this was bull. But because did we mention they made $50 million, and the people in the building were ecstatic at everything they saw, and even the people at home couldn't complain because there wasn't much difference in this and a match. It was just a fight, but most of the matches now are all fights anyway. So for the people who didn't see it, this is what they did. Orton comes out, and the fans again were singing his song big, and he milked every bit of it. I mean, I didn't put the clock on his entrance, but he took a while to get out there, because why not? They can't scream any louder. And Owens had come out in a Bob Orton Jr. shirt, and he did that the other night on SmackDown that we talked about earlier. He was wearing a Dusty Rhodes shirt, now he's wearing a Bob Orton Jr. shirt, so he's wearing the shirts of the fathers of the people that have turned on him or whatever. But as Orton starts to, by the way, for those of you who are keeping track, 5th match, 2 hours and 8 minutes into the show. But Orton gets up on the ropes to do his pose and his deal, and Owens gets him with a chair from behind and nails him a couple times. Then they go to the floor, and Orton starts fighting back, and he drops Owens on the desk, and then Owens fights back, and Orton is selling his bad leg. And Owens is nailing him with chairs, and then the referee grabs the chair, so Owens stunners the referee. And then Orton gets the chair, and he wears Owens out with it. And the agents start running out, and the announcers say, well, they waved the match off, and at least they didn't fight for 10 minutes, and they get in the ring and ring the bell. But Orton dropped Owens on the desk again, and threw Sean Devari out, and DDT'd Owens, but here came Pierce and Aldis in, and Orton gave Pierce the RKO. And then they fought over the rail into the arena, and there's Owens is beating the shit out of Orton with an equipment case. And then finally, to put a period or an exclamation point on it, Owens goes up into the crowd, the raised seating section, and comes off a platform, off of a railing onto Orton through a table. And then they both lay there and sell, and that's it. Which again, I know they love doing it. It's just so much fun to do that. But how does it get heat on you as a heel to lay the babyface out when you're laying there too? You fucked yourself up. Nobody has to get even with you. You got even with yourself. If Orton could give him the elbow drop or whatever through the table, and there's Orton in a quivering heap of jelly, and Owens is standing over him going, ha 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 ha, that's heat. But if they're both laying there fucking ready for the goddamn meat wagon to the hospital, is anybody mad at anybody at that point? Tell me your thoughts.
My thoughts are that this was a non-match to save the match for Royal Rumble or something.
I believe we mentioned it first. It was awful quick to do this, didn't we?
Yeah.
They agreed with us.
But, Rollins and Bronson Reed, they gave a finish too. Rollins won. Here, they didn't want anyone to lose yet. So they did this, and the way they just kind of fade out and go to commercial.
Yeah.
On these pay-per-views now, it's crazy. I mean, you can kind of get away with any non-ending if that's what you're going to do.
Can you imagine if there was a basketball game, and one guy was going for a dunk, and the other guy was going to try to reject that attempt, and they collided heads and fell on the ground, and their brains fucking splattered out, and their blood was trailing everywhere. And the announcers said, well, both men are